It's been a while, guys. A lot's happened. Especially since my last video. So the first thing I need to let you guys know is that I figured out a little bit more about targeting. So as I dove into the deep history of gang stalking, right? And I go back and I see how far this goes back. This is going back before Jesus, guys. Like, this goes back. Gang stalking goes back. And basically what I've come to find out is bloodlines. You see, I had no idea that my mother's mother and my father's father were targeted and gang stalked as well. Thought it was just poor little old me. Why me, right? Why my life, I say. And then I realized it's bloodlines. And you know, the farther I go back and remember, I wasn't consciously, I am 30 now. It's 2025, I'm 30 years old. I can remember a time, 2020, let's say, 2020 I was 25, so I can remember a time when I was 22, 23 years old, around 2017, 2018, when I first realized that I was being targeted. And I can remember being fine up to that point. But you know what happened in 2017, 2018? You know what was different? You know what let me know I was targeted? Electronic harassment. 100% electronic harassment. And it didn't start. I feel like there's an age limit. So as I progressed and as I got better in life, as I became wiser and I wasn't making dumb decisions, right? And I understood my purpose and I was living in my purpose. If that purpose goes against the new world order and the new agenda in any shape, form, or fashion, you will be targeted. Not only that, not only will you be targeted, once that it's like a I hit 21 years old and a switch hit, like a veil was lifted, like a contract was signed, and like it was free game on my ass, and it's like I had a hashtag on my forehead. They were zapping my ass so hard with that electronic harassment. Before that, I was being handled and controlled in a different way. There was no physical harm to my flesh, to my being. Until I turned 22, 23 years old, that's when I recognized what was going on. That's when I recognized I was being targeted. It's by the bloodlines, though. This was my destiny. I was never not going to be a target. It's by the bloodlines, especially for those families who are in poverty, who work 9 to 5s, who basically work for free. They work to survive. Most of them are targeted. Most black Americans are targeted. Most poor whites are targeted. That's why their bloodline's doing so bad. That's why daddy isn't there. That's why uncle's in the pen. You see what I'm saying? That's why things are the way that they are. It is because of the bloodlines and the targeting of the bloodlines. It's the bloodlines. You are your mother and your daddy's child. And if either were targeted, you too shall be targeted. If you're targeted, your son, your daughter will be targeted. That's the way this thing works. It's the bloodlines. It does no good to be weak in situations like this. You fuck around and break down and want to join them and still can't join them. Again, I stressed this in my last video. Watch out for the honeypots. They're sending honeypot after handler after honeypot after handler after honeypot after handler for me. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm smashing these houses. They have also intended to contaminate me. So you gotta watch out for that. If they send in honeypots and you smashing them, you gotta watch out because they'll contaminate these hoes and send them your way, man. For real. Just FYI out there. But yeah, I'm handling the handlers now. I'm at the point where they get mad and start damaging my property and getting charges filed against them because they can't handle me. You see what I'm saying? And careful, listen, everybody's out for your information. Don't tell nobody shit, yo. Like, I got like people that I work with who are informants like a mofo. Like, it just annoys me. And they ask the stupidest things in order to get me to share little bits of information of my life. I allow them to feel like they are doing what they doing. You see what I'm saying? But in actuality, I'm giving them the information that I choose and freely want to give them, not because their attempts of manipulation are working, but simply because, one, I'm being cordial. Two, that information isn't going to put me in any type of detriment or situation. And also, the reason that I do it is because I choose to at that moment in time. I don't feel like I'm giving out too much. You feel me? But I will bullshit a bullshitter. You see what I'm saying? Basically, I will bullshit a bullshitter. Never let them know truly what you are thinking, if you can comprehend what I'm saying. But always attempt to fit in, or look like you're participating in everyday society, if that makes sense. It's a difficult thing being a target. It's like you live in two worlds. So you comprehend or you don't comprehend. But most targets will comprehend what I'm saying if they have the luxury of being employed while being targeted, because some to a lot of targets do not have that luxury. It is a very tough thing being targeted. So remember, also, the goal is to get you to crash out, to do something stupid, and to get yourself into lots of trouble, which will cost you lots of money. Make sure you do not do that either. That only, it doesn't stop the targeting. That only makes things worse and makes you owe more money at the end of the day. Everybody knows who you are. You just don't know who you are. So always remember that and keep that in mind, and know thyself. Know who you are and the power that you truly have inside of you, and stand on this shit. Because if you do not, these people will manipulate you and turn you into something that you aren't, that fits the idea of who they feel like you are. That doesn't mean that's who you are. especially if you don't feel good about yourself, or like you're being honest with yourself and that you're being who you are. Always stay true to you. Know who you are. Do not fall victim to just refusing to. Don't fall victim to refusing to resist. Don't fall victim to just cooperating because that's how you're programmed and you know it's wrong, but what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, bro. Like, if it's wrong, don't do it. I don't give a fuck what the system says, what the program says. Like, that's an error, motherfucker, and it always will be. As long as the system is programmed or designed that way, that's an error. If the machine and the system is saying that this wrong thing is right, it's a fucking error. And you have, as a human being, you have sense enough to know that shit. Do not mix evil and wicked with it's just business. Kiss my ass. That it's not just business. It's fucking wicked. It's fucking evil. It's not just business. That's bullshit. That's fucking evil. Period. And we as a people, we need to unite. And we need to do something about this shit. I say this in every video. We need to unite. We need to do something about this shit. And you either gonna stand for something or you gonna fight for anything. You know, on my channel, we talk real. We talk real. So remember, I said it's the bloodlines, and I'm saying that you're gonna stand for something, and or you're gonna fight for anything. And the reason that I need you to understand this, because I need you to understand that this is a ongoing battle that has been going on, apparently, since way before you was ever alive. What do you think the all seeing eye is? You see what I'm saying? They talking about gang stalking, yo. These motherfuckers everywhere, yo. They wanna know your every location, yo. Like, the shit real as fuck out here, like. You ever been so vigilant, which is what a target individual is, an aware one. So vigilant, so too smart for your own good that you realize things that has changed your life forever. Should never be the same no more, huh?